The government is monitoring private phone calls, your children and my children's private phone calls, and tracking who their associates are.
This June, we learned that our private lives are no longer private. The U.S. government is secretly tracking the emails, purchases, text messages, location, and phone calls of people all over the world.
Ed Rooney.
Ann, this is George Peterson.
With code names like PRISM and X-Keyscore, this network of monitoring programs is just one part of the largest surveillance system in history. This open-ended surveillance system is illegal and operates in total secrecy. Under this system, the government can know where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. The program was only exposed when former NSA contractor Edward Snowden leaked documents detailing the extensive data collection.
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
The president, the NSA, and their lawyers have tried to deflect public outrage by distorting the facts and misleading the public about the process. U.S. courts have never allowed the government to run a spying program of this scale. So how did this happen? Well, let's take a step back for a minute. America's founders hated oppressive British surveillance and unreasonable search and seizure.
The issue here is independence.
Understanding that privacy was necessary to almost every basic right in our Constitution, they established the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment exists to prevent the government from tracking or searching your personal information unless they have good reason to believe a crime is happening.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
Using the NSA, the U.S. government is violating the highest law of the country, the Constitution. Government surveillance has gone on for decades, but things got a lot worse in 2001 when the U.S. Congress passed the Patriot Act, giving secret FISA courts more authority to grant surveillance requests on a large scale. Instead of getting a warrant for an individual person suspected of a crime, the government could now search a large list of persons, even those under no suspicion of criminal activity. FISA courts aren't required to disclose what court orders are being approved, and supporting evidence isn't needed.
The 1,789 requests for authorization, one was withdrawn by the government. All the other ones were granted.
It's a rubber stamp.
It's a rubber stamp.
All of this is protected by secrecy, with no system for checks and balances. If the NSA is collecting information on you based on what you read or the websites you go to, you'll likely never know or get to stop it, no matter who you are. Programs like PRISM completely ignore the purpose of warrants while claiming to work within the law. The U.S. government has turned the internet we love into something it was never intended to be, a tool for surveilling everyone. This is the most essential problem. Through these secret courts and secret interpretations of the laws, U.S. government agents can illegally track internet users based on things like keywords.
Analysts who use a system from a web portal at Fort Meade key in selectors or search terms that are designed to produce at least 51% confidence in a target's foreignness.
Data has been collected for years on the most popular websites, Gmail, Facebook, Yahoo, and many more.
Got him at the bottom of the hill.
There's thousands of words that the government tracks. Words like almost any email you send might get your account monitored. This kind of tracking can make you second guess what you say. That's why mass spying is unconstitutional. Abuses are inevitable and data leaks are already happening. Spying on our internet usage gives the government power over our lives. What happens to free speech, free association, or a free press when everyone is under constant surveillance, even in our most private moments? Experts on surveillance, privacy, and intelligence agree on one thing. The NSA, President Bush, and Obama and their secret courts are interpreting multiple laws in a way that most Americans would find shocking. This is allowing the kind of surveillance and collection that the Constitution was not meant to allow. These programs break the law. They violate the Fourth Amendment and they strip us of our privacy. The U.S. Constitution was written to prevent government surveillance programs like PRISM. It's up to us to demand that these ideals be upheld. Help us stop the NSA, restore the Constitution, and keep the world free.